Electrolysis of aqueous copper sulphate solution. Copper sulphate solution. Right. Firstly, we should take the copper sulphate, aqueous copper sulphate solution into relevant vessels. Right. This is the aqueous copper sulphate, CuSO4Aq, aqueous copper sulphate. Right. So what are the ions contained in the aqueous copper sulphate? Due to copper sulphate, it ionized and formed the copper 2 plus and SO4 2 minus. Due to water, due to ionization of water forms H plus ion and OH minus ion. So what are the positive ion contained in this solution? Cu2 plus and H plus ion. No? So what are the ions? Negative ions contained in this solution? SO4 2 minus and OH minus. Those are the ions contained in this solution. Then this is the one electrode. This is the another electrode. You must keep remember. Then these two terminal, if not these two electrode, should be connected to the external electricity supply. External electricity supply. This is the positive terminal. This is the negative terminal. The electrode connected to the positive terminal is positive electrode. The electrode connected to the negative terminal is negative electrode. Positive electrode is, tell me, what is the positive electrode? Anode. Anode. What is the types of chemical reaction occur near the anode? Oxidation. 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 Negative electrode is cathode. So what is the types of chemical reaction occur near the cathode? Reduction. Reduction. Then positive electrode receive the negative ion contained in the solution. Negative electrode receive the positive ion contained in the solution. So ion that contain near the anode is what? SO4 2 minus and OH minus ion. So what are the ions contained near the negative if not cathode? Cu2 plus and H plus. Right. Then we will go to the chemical reaction. What is the chemical reaction that occur near the anode? Oxidation. What do you mean by oxidation? Oxidation means the chemical reaction that occurred by removing electrons. There are two things to remove the electrons. Among them, what is the things that has a higher tendency to remove the electrons? Hydroxide or sulfate? Among the chlorine and hydroxide, chloride has the more tendency to remove the electrons. You must keep remember, among the sulfate and hydroxide, which compound has? Hydroxide has the more tendency to remove the electrons. You must keep remember. 4 hydroxide ion remove 2 water molecules and 1 oxygen molecules by removing 4 electrons. This is the oxidation half reaction. I write balanced chemical equation. Right. Then there are 2 things to receive the electrons. This is the cathode. Near the cathode, reduction is occurred. Reduction means the chemical reaction that occur by receiving electrons. There are 2 things to receive the electrons, Cu2 plus and hydrogen plus. Among the copper 2 plus and H plus, what will subjected to the receive the electrons? Cu2 plus and H plus. Why? Right. To take the decision for this, we can take the activity series: potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, tin, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, platinum, gold, hydrogen, copper. Hydrogen is the above element, copper is the lower element. Right. In previous, before I told you, the lower element subjected to receive the electrons. Therefore, copper 2 plus iron receive 2 electrons and form the copper. Copper. Right. This is the equation number 2. Right. Due to this reaction, oxygen is evolved at the anode. At the anode. Right. Due to this reaction, copper is deposit, copper is formed near the cathode. This formed copper is deposit on this electrode like that. On this electrode like that. Then to balance this equation, equation number 2 should be multiplied by 2. After that, what will happen? 2Cu2 plus times 2 times 2 is 4 electrons form the 2 copper. This is the equation number 3. Then I will add equation number 1 and equation number 3. 1 for hydroxide ion in the aqueous medium. Here 2Cu plus aqueous plus 4 electrons. Here 2H2O liquid plus oxygen gas plus 4 electrons plus 2Cu. Then 4 electrons can be cancelled. After that can be written 4 hydroxide aqueous 2Cu2 plus aqueous form 2H2O liquid plus oxygen plus 2Cu solid. Right. This is the observation of the, if not chemical reaction, of the electrolysis of aqueous copper sulfate solution. No. Right now we learned about pre-electrolysis. At first we learned about electrolysis of fused sodium chloride solution. And then we learned about electrolysis of aqueous sodium chloride solution. Now we learned about electrolysis of aqueous copper sulfate solution. No, right. In the electrolysis of aqueous copper sulfate solution, oxygen evolve at the anode and copper form at the cathode. Right now you can write down.